Welcome to a new update in which we are going to discuss Bitcoin, as we are seeing a slight correction taking place, which is not bad. There's a big day coming up, which is GDP is coming up tomorrow, and therefore lots of volatility will be brought to the market. So make sure to be there when the news comes out tomorrow, which is at 14:30 Central European time. That's actually the day that we're looking forward to. And also what we can see is that Bitcoin is having that correction, which is from the 23.1k area. Does it mean that we are going to collapse all the way back towards 15k? Of course not. But within an upside run, you have those corrections taking place, which is super healthy for the markets before we can continue rallying, which I still believe we will. Next week we also have the Fed coming in, which is a big event taking place. Before we continue, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also check out my free trade ladder today. There's a new one. You can find it in the description beneath. Also check out the promo that we have running with BitGet, as within our platform where you can copy trade my portfolio and some other traders as well. And that's all going to be launched within this week. We have made 37R in the past month with the trade ID, so I can't wait to launch the copy trading. But in order to actually be able to do that, you need to become a member through our premium platform. And if you sign up through BitGet, you get lots of bonuses, which you can find beneath. Now, when we're looking at the markets for Bitcoin, we can definitely argument that there is a downward trend for now, all right? So we've had this big push taking place during the weekend, in which we were pushing all the way towards 23.4, resulting into liquidations getting hit as everyone was shorting the markets at this point. Ultimately, we also see that we have been rejecting at 23.1 since, and we still have got the CME gap, which inevitably is closed at this point. As you can see here, we finally closed it, but we still have a big one beneath us at 19.8. And we're also building a bearish divergence after this entire run, which could be meaning that we're going to have some sort of correction taking place, which is suitable for a fact that the FOMC will probably continue doing the hikes, as the unemployment data is not showing weakness at this point yet. Now, when we're looking at the Bitcoin price action, I think there are a few important levels that you should mark. Those are the ones that I've been marking here earlier as well, which is the 23.1k area and the 22.3k area. And as I tweeted earlier today, I'm not too much interested into trading anything at this point within this range of Bitcoin. Of course, altcoins are showing some momentum, so you can definitely look at those. Phantom is showing momentum, Axie Infinity showed some, but also some other ones are still continuing the run. What we are looking at here is that we broke south of this run, rejected again at 23.1, another rejection at 23.0, fell towards 22.3, and then we start to consolidate, in which this entire block that we have around 22.9 to 23 is something that could break down again. So if I'm getting interested, that would mean that we're going to break through this level 23.1 and flip it for continuation. If we're not going to do that, we are looking at a case that we're falling back beneath and taking the support again. The more times you test the support, the weaker the support becomes, and the more likely we'll fall towards 21k. So that's what I'm looking at. If we break down here, potentially I'm going to look at a continuation short, and then we're looking at a case of hitting 21.3. If we don't have that, then I'm looking at a case of looking at longs around here. So anything beneath 23.1, I'm not too much interested into any position at all. While you're looking at Ether, this is also the position that I'm looking at. Yesterday we were concluding that the area around 1525 is most likely the area that you should be looking at. We've hit it, which is great. And now we're looking at a case that we need to regain the level at 1585 to 1605. So anything in this range of this block is actually it's a bit higher here. Anything in the range of 1585 to 1605 is the area that you want to look for potential shorts if the markets are not continuing any momentum at all. And you can see that we are having some sort of bounce taking place, which is great, but ultimately the gap has closed. You want to see a retest. It falling back beneath again will ultimately mean that we're going to fall towards somewhere around 1405, potentially even 1385 to wick even deeper. as the liquidity is beneath these lows here, resulting into some downwards continuation. As we can see that we've got a bearish divergence taking place here as well, potential bullish hidden bullish divergence taking place, but this chart and the price action here reminds me of a potential case of having another correction taking place towards 1414 before we can have continuation of the upwards trend. So I think that the markets are still eager for continuation to the upside, definitely, but you should be aware that within those runs you can have some corrections taking place. And as I just mentioned, Phantom is showing strength. We bounced from a crucial area around 36 cents. I thought we were going to go lower even, as I was looking at 35.5. Now we are into resistance, which means that you have a few options. You can either look for a short, which we have been hitting here, or you're looking for a short of the sweep of the high, fall back beneath, and then reject at 41.6, resulting into a fall towards 35 to 34 cents ultimately at this point. So there's not much to say. The big day is tomorrow. If we're looking at the DXY, we can see that there's still no movement at all, but there can be a big breakout taking place sooner than later. So right now we're just waiting for the price action of Bitcoin to evolve. That's the update for today. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Ciao.